Okay, so I'm going to hopefully teach everybody how to solve this Rubik's Cube the way that I solve it. So it's actually a funny story why I'm even doing this video. Maybe if anybody wants to know, you could ask in the comments, but I hadn't solved the Rubik's Cube in a long time. Then about 12, 13 years ago, my son brought one and I ended up solving it. And then the other day I was thinking about it and I ended up ordering one. And like I said, the story's a lot longer than that, but I thought I just taught my son, actually two of my sons the other day, how to solve it. And I thought they learned it pretty quick. Maybe I can make some videos and make it easy for other people to learn how to solve this, because it's pretty easy, to be honest with you. Once you understand how to move the pieces and how to actually solve it. A lot of people think that you need to solve like a side and then another side and another side, but that's really not how you solve the Rubik's Cube. Well, at least the way I do it. I solve it by layers. So anyway, so let's mix this thing up. I'm going to make this in multiple part videos. I may put them all together. I may separate them. I don't know. But it's going to be a lot of content. I'm going to try to do it and say things, you know, how I taught my sons, because the way I had them do it, it may be seem kind of difficult, but they actually learned, I mean, within a day, they're already solving the entire Rubik's Cube. Maybe if you add all the time, maybe 2 days at the most, but it wasn't very long. So let's start off. We'll start with the part 1. And the first thing you need to do, okay, first of all, let me say that just looking and doing this behind the camera is way more difficult than I thought. When I solved the cube a minute ago, I was doing it behind the camera and it's a lot harder than it seems. But so this may be a little bit cumbersome, me trying to explain this behind the camera, but let me give it a try. Anyways, okay, so the first thing you need to do is pick a side you want to solve. I like to start on the white. I don't know, that's the way I've always done it. So that's the way I'm going to teach it. So what you want to do is you want to get like this X right here. or cross or however you want to call that. So you need to get this. So this piece needs to match this color and this one needs to match this. Obviously you can see this one is already there. Lucky me. So I need to do the next one. I need to get the green and the white right here, right? Or any of these, but you need to get all these going. So let's look for the easiest one. Okay, so here's the red. So that's super easy. So see, I took the red and the white and I just moved it on the bottom to match the red, and then I turn it to bring it all the way to the top. And now that one's done. So I have the orange done. Now this green one does not belong here, so I'm going to turn this all the way to the bottom, and I'm going to spin it to find the green, and then just pull it up. Just like that. So now, just that easy, I solved all the cross. So let's mix it up again. And this is how I taught my boys. I said, look, I'm going to teach you how to do this, and then you're going to just keep mixing it up and doing it and doing it and doing it until you feel comfortable. And that's how they learn. So this first process is going to be really slow. So I'm just going to do it 2 times. Okay, so you can see here, like this green one and this one are here. So I need to move this green one out. So I'm just going to move it to the bottom, spin it out of the way, and move the red back up so I don't mess it up. Now down here I have the green. So now you see I have the green and the green. So this piece goes right here. So you would think, oh, well, I'm going to spin it up, but I can't because it's backwards. So when you have a piece that's backwards, the easiest way to fix that is move it to the left, spin the top, now move it up, and then move it back. So now it's fixed. And look, still didn't mess this one up. So let's do this one. This one's going to be the same way. So if we move it all the way up, it's backwards, right? So if you just move this, so you're moving it from the top down, you're moving the top. So I guess we could say, we'll call this counterclockwise, and the top is clockwise. And then you're just going to move it up and then move it back. I probably shouldn't use those clockwise things. It's going to mess you up, especially in this beginning part. Okay, so so here we go. So see, this one already lined up, right? So now boom, boom, boom. So you can study how I did that. And then that is the first part. Okay, so actually we'll call this whole thing part 1. No, we won't. We're going to call this part 2. Okay, so what we want to do now is we want to get these corners so we can finish this whole first layer, right? And this process is actually pretty simple. And like I said, when I was teaching my boys, I just kind of showed them how to do it. But so what you want to do is you want to try to put the piece down here at the bottom of where it goes. So see, unfortunately for me, most of these pieces are all up here at the top already, right? I think, okay, so I have one right here. So this is the orange, the blue, and the white. So we need to find where it's orange, blue, and white. Well, this is reds. Okay, here's blue. So here's orange, blue, and then white, because that piece goes right here. So now I put it down here. So this is the most difficult one to do, even though it's not difficult at all. But when it's at the bottom, what you want to do is you want to put it all the way back here and then spin the bottom all the way to the front. Turn this back up. Spin this where now it's underneath. And now you just do it one more time and then up. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So now this one actually goes right here. So we're going to spin this down. Going to move it over. Spin this back up. Move it back to where it's in on the right position, and then we spin that down, spin it up. See, now I didn't specifically tell my boys anything. I just kind of showed them how to do this. You just want to put this at the bottom. So if you practice this, it'll just go over. So red, green, and white. So this one goes here. So this one's the most simple one because it's on the front face. So if you're looking at it, it's on the front, right? So you're going to move this over. You're just going to move this one down and then just move it back. And there it is. Okay, so this one right here is at the top, so we need to move it out. So we're going to move it down and then move it over. Put this back up so we don't mess anything up. Then move this back to the bottom. Now it's to the right, so we just spin it. And there it is. Right? So let's do this again. Right? Okay, so let's solve this again. So remember, you want to try to get the piece that goes at the top right. I'm right-handed, so this is how I do it. But you want to get the piece underneath. So this red and blue. So here it is, red and blue. So move it down and then over. Okay, so now this one's red and green. So that one goes here. So this one's even easier. Move it over, down, back up. Okay, so same thing. So this one's orange and green, same thing. This one's super easy. Move it down. So see, when you're moving it down, you're basically putting it back here. So you're gonna move it down. Now it's back here. Now you're just gonna slide it up. There it is. Okay, so we have one more. Where is it at? There it is. So we're going to move this piece. So we move it at the bottom. And the other ones, remember, this is the most difficult one because at the bottom it takes the most moves. So you're gonna move it down, then you're gonna put it all the way to the front, move this back, and then put it back to where it's at the right, turn it to where it's at the back, move it up. There it is, there's the first layer. Part 2 is complete. So now you know how to solve the X or cross or whatever you want to call it, and the corners to finish the first layer. All right, so we should be ready for, I guess this will be part 3. So we have the bottom solved, and you've practiced it where you can solve this bottom part easily and proficiently, I guess we could say, right? Because that's the key. You want to keep doing it, because otherwise you're gonna get ahead of yourself, and you won't be able to you won't grasp it as fast. So do it till you're proficient, right? So the next move, we want to finish this second layer. Okay, now like I said, I'm gonna say it how I told my boys, because it seems like if you say it in your head or you say it out loud, even better, you can complete this or learn it faster. Maybe, I don't know. It just seems like they learn it really fast. So we're gonna finish this second layer, and this is easy. This is basically 2 different rhythms or algorithms, sequences, however you want to call it. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to find the piece that goes where you need to go. So you need to find like this piece, right? So this one, let's find out where that one goes. So that one, you want to match up the green, and then here's the red. So the red is here. So this piece goes right here, right? So this is how we're going to do it. So when you're moving the piece from the middle to here, which I will say, I guess, backwards, and this will be forwards. So you're gonna start it backwards. So this is how I was telling them. So it'll be counterclockwise, 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 and then clockwise, 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 clockwise. And look, there's the piece. Right where we wanted it. Remember, it was here, and now it was here. Okay, so now this one needs to go over here, right? Because it's red. So this one's going to go the opposite way. So this one's going to go clockwise, 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 and then counterclockwise, 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 counterclockwise. Now let's look. Oh, look, there it is. So super easy. The move is the same. It's just basically kind of backwards depending which way you're going, right? So this piece is the blue. So let's find the blue. Okay, so here's the blue. So it's blue and orange. So this piece goes here. Okay, so we're going to do it again. So counterclockwise, 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 and then clockwise, 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 clockwise. There it is. Okay. The top layer is yellow, so those are the ones you don't want to move. So you can just disregard those already. So we have one piece left, and it's going to be this one. So we're going to move this to the green. So this one has to go towards the front, or I guess we would say towards the back. This is the front, this is the back. So this one's got to go back. So this will be, because you're going to move this clockwise, right? So it's going to be clockwise, 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 then counterclockwise, 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 counterclockwise. And look, the whole thing is done. right? So let's mess it up and do it again. So we messed up one, right? So let's just say you started off like this. So that's what I'm saying. What you need to do is don't do it like how I'm doing. You need to mess it all up. And since you're proficient at this, get this to here and then practice again. So you keep doing the whole sequence all the way up until the point that you're proficient at. You just keep going. Okay. So here's where we need to find the red. Okay. So red and blue. So that piece goes here. So we're going to go to the front. So it's going to be counterclockwise, 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 and then clockwise, 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 clockwise. There it is. Okay, so this one, so we turn the cube here because this one needs to go here. Same thing, counterclockwise, 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 and then clockwise, 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 clockwise. And then the second layer is done. So now that you've learned up to the second layer, you need, like I said, mix it all up and practice all the way up and just keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it till you have these 2 layers. Okay, that'll be the end of part 3. Okay, so I guess it's 4, right? So now what we need to do is we need to get the X here, right? So this one's pretty simple. So since we already have one here, I always start, this is how I solve this. I don't know how other people do it. This is how I solve it. I look for one where there's one here at the top, the yellow at the top, and then if I have one here. And this is how I start this move. So it's going to be, I'm just going to say the same type of thing. Like I said, I'm going to do it how I showed my boys. So I'm going to hold the cube. So it's going to be clockwise, 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 counterclockwise, 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 and look, there it is. Okay, it's done. So let me mess it up. All right, let me do it again so I can mess it up even more. Okay, so if you have this, like I said, I always want to have one here, but if you have the ability to put one here and here, then do that. This is better to have this like backwards L or whatever you want to call it, right? So you want a yellow one here. So if you can have one here and have one here, because sometimes you won't have anything. You'll just have a dot, and then you do the same move. You're going to basically do the same move until this X is here. That's what you're going to do, the same move. So it's going to be the front clockwise, right clockwise, top clockwise, and then counterclockwise, counterclockwise, counterclockwise. So it's kind of just going in the same motion. So now you have this line. So you're going to do the same thing. The same move. See, I didn't say it to myself that time, but it's easier if you probably say it to yourself, right? So let's say you have it like this. Okay, so now you don't have any yellows. Oh, but here's one. But see, you don't have the yellow here, right? So, like, let's say that's the case. None of this other stuff really matters, so you can move this, right? However, right? None of it matters. I don't know if anybody was questioning that, like if you wanted a line. It doesn't really matter. But so see, now I moved it to where I have the yellow one. Well, I found the one where I have the yellow one here and the yellow one here. So we're going to do the same thing. Clockwise, 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 counterclockwise, counterclockwise, counterclockwise. Now I have the line. I still have the yellow one here. So clockwise, 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 counterclockwise, counterclockwise, counterclockwise. And there I have the X. Okay, so one more time. Let me mess it up again. Just to do it one more time. Okay, let's see if I can. Let's see. Okay, so let's just solve it like, let's do it to where, let me see, oops. Okay, so now we have the line, right? So we're gonna start off with the line. Like I said, yellow one here, that's your goal. If there is none, you're gonna pick a side and you're just gonna do it, right? So clockwise, 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 counterclockwise, counterclockwise, counterclockwise. There's the X. Like I said, just keep doing that until you have one here and here, and then you just keep doing it, and then it'll appear. Pretty much if you just keep doing it, it eventually will appear. You know, and if you're struggling, just turn it or just move to a different side and then do it. But eventually you'll get the hang of it. So let's do it again. So clockwise, 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 counterclockwise, counterclockwise, counterclockwise. Right? So let me mess it up one more time. Okay, so now, so see, I was holding it like this, or let's say I was holding it like this. Nope, I want to move it towards like this. And I have a yellow one here. So clockwise, 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 counterclockwise, counterclockwise, counterclockwise. See, now I have the line. So I'm just going to do the same thing one more time. And there it is. So that is step, I believe what we're doing is 4. Part 5. Now we need to finish this X to where it all lines up. In order to do that, you want to find 2 that are next to each other that are already fixed. And if you don't, maybe you have one here and one in the back, it's okay. You're still going to do the same move. You just put the one in the front and the one in the back like this, and then you're going to do the same move. But for now, you want to have one on the right and one in the back that are lined up to fix this. So clockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise, 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 counterclockwise, clockwise. And now it's fixed. Okay, so let me mess it up again. Okay, so let's see. So we want to line. So here's red lined up, and let's see. Nothing else is lined up. So let's go back. Okay, so it's green. Okay, maybe it's going to be the blue. So now it's the blue and the orange that's lined up. So we're going to put the orange here and the blue in the back. Remember, you want one on the right and one on the back to solve this. So clockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise, 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 counterclockwise, clockwise. And now they're fixed. Now the key to doing this is while you're doing it, so let me mess it up again. Okay, so let's line one up. So we have orange. Oop. So it's fine. So we have, okay, blue and red now. Okay, so blue on the right, red in the back. So when you're doing it, you're taking the white out and then lining it back up. So clockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise, move the white to the back, right? So clockwise to move it back here. And then you're going to move the right back up, and then you're going to just line the white back up and then back down. And then move the top over one more to complete it. Okay, so let's do it again. So let's see. So now, same thing. Red here, blue here. Let's see if I can actually mess this up. I've never really purposely tried to mix it up where there's one in the front, one in the back. Let me see. Let's see, so green. Okay, so right here. So green and blue. Right? So you have one. So these two, actually, oh, I'm sorry. I messed it up. I actually solved it. I wasn't even trying to solve it. Okay, so maybe I won't be able to do it. I've actually never really tried to do that where they're wrong, but ultimately, like I said, you want one on the right, one on the back. Let me say it again. If you get one in the front and one in the back where they're lined up, you're going to do the same thing, but you're going to hold it like this, one in the front, one in the back, do the same move that I was showing you. And when the first time you do it, then it'll line up one on the right and one on the back. Then you're going to do the same move again. Okay, so again, clockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise, 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 counterclockwise, clockwise. Now it's fixed. So let's do it again. So let me mess it up. So I'm trying to get this where you guys can get it and get it in your head, like saying it. Okay, so red, green. Just put red over here. So clockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise. You know, maybe I should try to say it a different way, because I know you guys are not here seeing what's going on. So let me see. So it would be, let me see, RC, UC, RCC, UC, RC, UC, UC, RCC, UC. Okay, so if I can make that make sense, so it'll be clockwise. Okay, I'm sorry. Right clockwise, up clockwise, right counterclockwise, up clockwise, right clockwise, up clockwise, clockwise, and then right counterclockwise, up clockwise. See, I messed it up, but that's because I put it back. Okay, so let's do it again. So right clockwise, up clockwise. I'm saying up, but I guess I should say top. So right clockwise, top clockwise, right counterclockwise, top clockwise, right clockwise, top clockwise, top clockwise, right counterclockwise, top clockwise. Now it's fixed. So I'm not sure how you guys, I didn't really teach my boys that way, but maybe that'll help you if you can just rewind it and just keep watching that. I'm trying to do it as slow as I can. So let me do it fast. Okay, so let's see. So let's put this back. So this one's, I need to fix this. So now it's messed up. So I have green, orange. And that's what it looks like when you do it fast. All right, so that was conclusion of part 5, finishing the cross. I believe that's part 5. So part 6. Now what we want to do is we want to get the corners where they belong. Just like this one. This one belongs here. This one does not. This is red, yellow, and green. That one belongs here. So in order to do that, if you have one of them that's already where it needs to be, that's where you want to start. You want to put it right here in the right. And you're going to move that one to the right. And then you're going to go like this. Of course, I'm just going to do it really fast, real quick. So now, look, this one belongs there. This one belongs there. This one is already solved. And this one is solved. Right? So that's why we want to move this one to the side to not mess it up. Right? So let's mess it up. Okay, so this one's still fixed. So let's see if I can mess that where they're all messed up. Okay, so now, well, they're all not all messed up. This one actually does belong here, but it's not solved, as you can see, right? So it's the same type of thing. Usually you're going to have one that's solved, or you're going to have none that's solved. If you have none that's solved, then let's just turn it this way. So let's say none of these are solved. You're just going to, so instead of starting off at the top, you're not going to do that move. You're just going to go, let's see, right clockwise, and then top counterclockwise, and then left counterclockwise, top clockwise, right counterclockwise, top counterclockwise, left clockwise. I believe I said that right. Okay. So now let's see what happened. Did it fix any of them? It didn't. So if it doesn't fix any of them, you're just going to do the same thing. So let's see. RC, TCC, LCC, TC, RCC, TCC, LC, TC. Okay, so now we're back to where one of them is solved, right? So let's see if I'm not sure if that's going to help. Okay, so let's just do it. So it'll be, I'm just going to say it clockwise, counterclockwise, because I'm telling you this is how I taught my boys and they learn super fast. So it's going to be clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise, or counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise, counterclockwise, and clockwise. And then one more time to move it over. So clockwise, right? So actually I think, okay, so this one's fixed. So we need to do it one more time. So since this one's right, I wasn't even paying attention to what I was doing. So we'll start over. So if this one's right, you're going to go clockwise, counterclockwise, and then counterclockwise. Oh, wait. What did I do? Oh, I almost messed it up. Okay, so we're going to go to the top. We got to move this one over. The top, I don't think I did that one the first time. So the top's going to move over clockwise. Then the right is clockwise. The top is counterclockwise. The left is going to be counterclockwise. And then the top is clockwise. The right is counterclockwise. The top is counterclockwise. And then the left is clockwise. Okay, so now, let's see. Are they where they're supposed to be? No, they're still not. Okay, so let's... Why is this not happening? Did I just not do it enough times? Oh, I just needed to do the same thing one more time. You literally just do the same move over and over until it fixes itself. That's the name of the game, right? So I'm trying to say it to where it's easy to comprehend. Okay, so let's look again. So this is the one. It's in the right spot. It's the only one. These other ones are not in the right spot. So we're going to move the top over. So you're basically just moving the white up, and then you're moving it back. And then on the other side, you're moving the white up, and then you're moving that one to the back. Well, when you move this one to the back, it lines this one back up. Then you move it down. Then you line the white back up, and then you move it down. And that's the move, right? So see, it didn't fix anything. So we're going to do it again. So you're going to move the top over, move the white up, and then move the white top one to the back. And then you're going to move the white up and then move that white top to the back, which lines this one back up. Move that one back down where it belongs. Move that white back down where it belongs. And there it is. Now, all of these corners are where they're supposed to be. These two are solved, and these two are where they're supposed to be. And that is part 6. So let's do it again. So let's move these out. Okay. So let's see. This one's where it needs to be. So you're going to move that one over, the white up, the white to the back. Move this one up, the white to the back, and then lines this white back up. Move it down, move it back, move it back. And then now, let's see where we're at. So this still messed up. So we're going to do it again. Same, move the top up. See, and now we're back to fixed. Okay, one more time. So, since this one's solved, we're going to move it over. It's clockwise, counterclockwise. I don't even think I said this with my boys, to be honest with you. I don't think I did that. Like I said, I'm trying to do it to where everybody can do this the easiest way. So it'll be clockwise, counterclockwise, counterclockwise, and then clockwise, counterclockwise, counterclockwise, and then clockwise at the top one more time. Okay, let's do it again. So I'll move the top over, the right up, and then put the white to the back, and then the left up, put that left to the back, move the right back down, move the top back, line up the white, then move it back down. And then now, oh no, we're not fixed. So one more time. So move it over. Now we're fixed. So I needed to do it one more time. So I know that one's kind of a little bit confusing, but if you are trying to do it super slow so you can watch my movement. Okay, like I said, if this one's fixed, I'm gonna do it one more time. I'm gonna do it slow. Takes 2 times. So do it again. Move this top piece out of the way because it's good. Okay, so actually it's still not good. Maybe it's going to take 3. Or maybe I didn't move it over. Let's do it one more time. It's the same move over and over. Okay, there it is. Right? Same move over and over to solve it. Now, hopefully you guys got that. You know, put some comments down in the description if if I need to make a follow-up video on a solve or one section. Anyways, I believe that was part 6. So it's almost ready to be done. Okay, so you got to where you solved it, and you solved it to where all of the, basically, I don't know what you call these, look like headlights or something, but you have 2 solved. So you need to solve these last 2 pieces. Sometimes it'll be all of them. It doesn't really matter. You're gonna do the same move over and over and over again until the cube is solved, and that's it. Like I said, I'm right-handed, so this is how I do this. So you're gonna put one of the yellow ones, because the yellow one goes up here, right? So it's gonna be counterclockwise, and then the bottom will be clockwise, and then back counterclockwise, right? And then you're just gonna do the same thing. So it's gonna be counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise at the bottom, counterclockwise. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. You just put the bottom back because that one's actually done, right? So you're gonna move. So once you did the first one, you don't move the orientation of the cube. You just solve this piece. Okay, so you have to keep the cube the same way. Now you're just gonna move the top to where the next yellow one is in the position you're going to solve, and do the same thing, right? So it's going to be counterclockwise, and then the bottom clockwise, the right clockwise, the bottom counterclockwise, right? And then you do the same thing again until it's solved. So the same move over and over and over until it's solved. And there it is. It's solved. You see? It's literally the same move over and over and over again. So see, even at a brand new cube, I can just, mess this up. Right? I can put it there. I can move it over. I can mess all of them up. So now it's up there at the top. I can move it over and then keep going and get the cube back to where basically where just the top corners are messed up. See, now I have 3 that are messed up, right? Now there is a way to do it left hand, and I would normally show that because I could solve this a lot faster. But in this case, I don't want to show that because I just want you to be able to solve this. Later on, you can figure it out, but if you do, I'll just show it real quick. But if you do this move, see, so I'm just doing it backwards. But you can still solve it. Okay. So let's do it again. Let's move these out. I'm gonna do it the hard way, because when it's to the left, like when the yellow's to the left like that, it takes more moves to solve it. Oops, I did it one too many. Okay, so let's Let's mess this up. Probably gonna cut this stuff out. I don't know. We'll see. I may just leave all the footage. Okay, so it's messed up. So now it doesn't matter which one you start. I always like to start with the one where it's solved to my left, if I have one solved. Okay, I always try to put it here. So then I'm going to start by solving this one, and then I'm going to rotate the top accordingly. Right? So same move. So I'm just going to do it slow without even saying anything. So now the top is solved, but you need to remember you have to finish the move. So you have to put that bottom one back. And now the move is finished. The yellow solved at the top. Now you can rotate the top. Okay, and do the same thing until that top yellow one is solved. Okay, finish the move. Yellow one solved. Now move it over. Same thing. Remember, you're just going until that yellow is solved. And once it's solved, all of them are solved. It's completed. And that's it. Right? So the key is to make sure to remember to finish the move at the bottom. That's the easiest one to forget. Okay? See how you can just keep doing the move and it just goes back? Right? So let's do it one more time. Okay, so let's put it on the right this time. Okay, yeah, let's just keep putting it on the right so it'll be less moves. Okay, so let's line up the blue, or let's line up the cross. Okay, so now this is, like I said, you always want to put the solved one to the left. Now that the yellow is on the right, it takes less moves. Now you're going to see. So we're going to move this one, move this one. It's just, this is almost like when you're doing the first move to fix the corners on the white side. Right? You have to finish the move though. The cat, you got to remember, you got to finish the move at the bottom. Okay, solved. So move it over. And that's it. So it's basically like this, like this, like this, and like this. That's it. Like this, 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 this. This, oops, did I move it? I might have messed myself up. So you got to remember to finish the move. Let's see, did I mess myself up? Oh no, I didn't. You got to remember to finish the move. You have to remember to finish the bottom. That was one thing that my boy was having trouble with, is the bottom. You have to remember to finish the move. So it's this move, then move this back, and then move the bottom back. And then again, down, boom, boom, boom. Got to remember to do, even if you solve the yellow, right? Got to remember to, once you solve the yellow, to still continue to move the bottom back. See, if I don't move the bottom back, look, it doesn't solve, right? Obviously, we're at the end. But anyways, I know this video is going to be long, or these parts are going to be long, but I'm trying to do it as slow as possible to help others to solve the Rubik's Cube. It's just for fun, right? All right, in conclusion, we learned how to solve the Rubik's Cube. So now what you need to do is you need to practice. Go to every part of the video and just practice until you get proficient. Move to the next step. practice everything up to that step, and then move to the next step and practice everything up, and just keep doing it over and over and over. And I'm pretty sure if my boys can do it, anybody can do it. So, and I taught them fairly easy. So hopefully this video will help you to solve the riddle of the 3x3. I believe this is the original Rubik's Cube. So anyways, hope you all have some fun with it. Signing off, YouTube. Peace.